Alrighty then. This thing is crookeder than shit here. Sorry, people. There we go. How's that? Better? Anyway, this rant here is... okay. Tom's rant. I know I should hold this ahead of time, right? It is... What is this? June 24th. This rant... Well, first I gotta say... 45,522 views on my YouTube channel. That's pretty damn good. You know what? We'll even zoom in for a second here. There you go. So you can see it. That's a lot of views. 45,522. Yesterday I made it all the way up to 88 subscribers, and now I'm down to 86. Figure that one out. But sometimes when you put something on here that, oops, zoom out, that people don't agree with, you know, they get pissy. Well, I'm not going to subscribe. Who cares? But anyway, I just want to thank everybody who's been watching my videos. You know, 45,000, that's pretty damn good. Only 86 subscribers now, and I hit 88. So, you know, people come and go. Anyway, this is over the whole, what is it, Roe versus Wade abortion. Well, everybody's all like, you know, all bent about it. One way or another, I don't really, you know, to me, that should be left up to the family situation or to the women or whatever, but abortions are too easy to get. You know, people don't use any kind of protection, they get knocked up. Oh, I'll just go have an abortion. No, use protection. Cut that, you know, crap out. So anyway, abortion, you know, I'm all, you know, it's like, you know, but some of the Dems, you know, there's a couple of states where, or at least one state where they want, you know, the baby's born outside the womb, yeah, let's go ahead and abort. The baby's been born, what are you, nuts? But anyway, the whole Roe versus Wade thing is about, you know, abortion. And to me, I've always felt that the government, okay, the federal government, has no business telling the states whether you can or can't have an abortion. So all this decision does, they overturned it, and you knew eventually it was going to get overturned, so the panty asses, whiny asses are like, ah! And the other thing is the Supreme Court is the third branch of the government. So you have, you know, the House and the Senate, you know, they have all kinds of security. But the Supreme Court Justice, Kavanaugh, I believe it was, there was an assassination attempt against him, supposedly. They're at their houses, protesting in front of their houses. Protesting is fine, but they shouldn't be. In a way, the point is the Democrats don't care. Okay, they have their own security at Congress and the Senate, so they're protected. They're not given any protection to the Supreme Court justices. That shows you how back-ass words the Democrats are. And but anyway, the point is they overturned the original decision. Basically, all that does, you know, most people are like, oh, you won't be able to get an abortion anymore. Ignorance, which is typical. You know, all these protesters that are out there are probably millennials, or whatever the new ones call themselves, the woke group or whatever. Anyway, all it really does is it turns the abortion laws back to the states where it belongs. And it never should have left the states. The federal government has no business dictating to the states, you have to allow abortions, you can't allow abortions. That's not the federal government's place, okay? So I'm all for them throwing it back out of court, overturning it, because they had no business doing it in the first place. So all it really does is turns the abortion decisions and laws back to the states where it belongs. Now, you people elected your state officials. Okay? Every time you go out and vote, unless it was in 2020 election, your vote counts. So it's up to you. If your state goes against abortions and says, okay, we're going to ban all abortions in our state, it's up to the people to vote people in there that will decide basically what the majority of the people want. And I have always felt it's up to the states, the voters basically, to decide whether or not, and I really think it should be, put on the ballot or whatever. It was on the ballot in Michigan years and years ago, back in the 70s, and it was on the ballot. People voted down abortions, to ban abortions. They voted against it. So it was illegal to get an abortion in Michigan for quite a while, and then the government steps in and says, well, you can't do that. So they overturned the state's decision, and the state says, okay, now we can give abortions. It makes no sense. The people should have the right to that. So anyway, that's all it really does. That's all this rant was about, was Roe versus Wade. All it does is turn the decisions back over to the state, and it's up to the people, the voters of that state, to vote in people that they prefer. If your state is big on abortions and you don't want to give it up, make sure the people that are in public office know that. Vote in people that are going to support your view. That's what voting's all about. So anyway, it just goes back to the states unless the states make the decision whether or not, and I think that abortions are handed out like candy. It's just too common practice. Safe sex. Don't get knocked up. Pretty simple, right? Well, I'm horny, oh, you got a condom? One time won't hurt. Uh-oh, that ain't SpaghettiOs. So anyway, it just puts it right back to the states. So this is a short video on that, Roe versus Wade. I don't care whether you're pro-abortion, whether you're pro-life. That's your business. It just puts the decision back to the states, and the states now can pass their own laws on what they feel rights about abortion. That's all it does. So now, tonight, you're going to have probably rioting from the same idiots that rioted all summer of, 2019, all the rioters that weren't rioting, burning's building in the background. Oh, it's peaceful. Mostly peaceful. Buildings are burning in the background, and a lot of those areas still haven't been rebuilt because it was Democrats allowing all that to happen. Pelosi and all them allowed all that shit to happen, but I'm getting off track. Sorry about that. But anyway, if you want to subscribe to my channel, hit the little B in the bottom right-hand corner, hit the notification bell to know you're notified every time I upload a video. I need more thumbs up, people. Give me a thumbs up. Only because it helps with the algorithm, so it makes your videos more popular. So anyway, I just appreciate everybody that watches my videos, and this is probably the shortest one I've done. So thanks for watching, and nobody be in a panic. All it is it turns the decisions back over to the states where it belongs. And I don't think federal dollars should be used for abortions. I really don't. You get knocked up, that's your fault. It's not the state's fault. It's not the federal government's fault. It's not my fault because you got knocked up. So why should the taxpayers have to pay for abortion? So I really am a firm believer that whether it's state government or federal government, they should not provide that service to individuals that were so stupid that they didn't use protection and they got knocked up. Okay, that's how I think about it. But anyway, it puts it back at the state where it belongs. States can make the decision now as how it should be. So anyway, thanks for watching, and what do you think of this shirt? Yeah, well, give you time to read it. But anyway, I really appreciate anybody watching my videos. Tell a friend, tell an enemy, whatever. Thanks for watching. Appreciate it. Oh, what I forgot to say. I really thoroughly believe that there's going to be a lot of abortion clinics burned down, not burned down, windows smashed. There's going to be uprisings over this because the same people that were rioting for a whole summer, even though they weren't riots, they're going to start doing the same shit again. People are going to get violent. Used to be, you look in the 60s, when all those protests were going on with the Vietnam War. Do you know what side the violence was on? government side. Peaceful protesters, you know, and at the university, you had some people shot by the National Guard, which was uncalled for. Those people were demonstrating peacefully. The government is the one who caused the violence. So now you're going to have all these idiots nationwide protesting, some peaceful, but they're going to get violent, the Democrat side. They're going to get violent, and then you're going to have Pelosi, Shifty Schiff, and all of them saying, oh my God, it's the end of the world. They're all going to build up like this, and they're hoping that by this decision being handed down now, that'll help them in November election. It won't, you know, because the majority of people in this country, I think, aren't really concerned. They're more concerned about $5 a gallon for gas. They're more concerned about trying to put food on the table for their family. It's like, okay, I got to go to work. Well, look how much it's costing me in gas. Can I afford to go to work and put food on the table? No. Does the government do anything about that? No. So, in a way, I think there's going to be a lot of violence over this, which is totally uncalled for. But again, you go back to lack of discipline on those people that are going to be burning everything down and smashing windows and rioting because they didn't get disciplined when they were kids. You cannot, yeah, plain and simple. So anyway, I think I said what I needed to say, right? But anyway, I think there's going to be a lot of violence come tonight. You know, abortion clinics burned down or what have you. And it's like, that's the Democrat side. Because they are one-sided. If you're, you know, allow abortions, then we're going to burn you down. If you know, because they're big on abortions, you know. So anyway, it's up to the states what they want to do. If they don't want to have abortion, then vote those people out and get somebody in there that will allow for abortions. So anyway, I think there's going to be a lot of protests, some peaceful, but I think most of them are going to be violent tonight, over the next few days, which is uncalled for. You don't like the decision? Tough shit. Those are the same kids that 20 years ago were in stores, young adults, whatever the hell you want to call them, pussies, whatever you want to call them. They're the same ones that you seen, you know, 20 years ago, 25 years ago, in stores where the parents were counting. 1, 2. So, yeah. So anyway, that's all these ones that are going to be protesting and destroying property. And you know what? They'll get away with it. Even if they know who it is, they'll get away with it because they got away with rioting all complete summer, you know, 2020 or 20, yeah, 20, I believe it was 2020. Anyway, all the riots and everything. So anyway, I think there's going to be big issues with this, you know, but anyway, puts it back in the states' hands where it should be. The states should decide whether or not they allow abortions or not. That should be up to the voters, which is you and me in that state. If you want a pro-life, vote a pro-life in. If you want a pro-abortion, vote a pro-abortion person in. So anyway, thanks for watching.